ready to dive in. Today, we're tackling Builderall and how it's supposed to be like the ultimate MLM game changer.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Well, that's the gist I got from this blog post we found. How to use Builderall to build a successful MLM business. A step-by-step guide.
Kitschy title.
Right. So we're going to see if it lives up to the hype. You know MLM has its hurdles, right?
Oh, absolutely. Getting those first clients, the whole training aspect, keeping everything running smoothly and affordably with automation. It's a lot.
It is. So what is this Builderall anyway? Can it really be the answer to all those MLM prayers?
Well, they're marketing themselves as the one-stop shop for all things digital marketing. Instead of separate tools for your website, emails, customer management, all that, you get it bundled.
Okay, so you're not jumping between a million different things.
Exactly. And get this, it starts at $29.90 a month.
Whoa, that's pretty affordable, especially if you're just starting out. This blog post really hammered on that low cost, plus the automation, being a huge win for MLM.
And you can customize it. Build a professional-looking setup even if you can't code. That's got to be important for credibility, right?
Definitely. Got to look legit. So break it down for me. What are these must-have Builderall tools for MLM? What really jumps out?
Well, they highlight 5 main ones. First up, the sales funnel creator. Basically guiding potential customers towards becoming partners themselves. Picture this, a 3-step process. Step 1, you've got an engaging quiz on a landing page. Something like, what's your MLM superpower?
Ooh, I like it. Grabbing their attention, getting those emails. What's next?
Builderall takes over from there. Step 2, it's all about automated emails. That perfect timing, introducing the opportunity without being too pushy.
Keeping them warm, so to speak. Then what? How do you seal the deal?
By step 3, they're ready for the live webinar, where you really showcase what's what. And here's the kicker. Builderall has pre-built templates for these funnels, so you don't have to start from scratch.
Time saver. That's huge. Okay, so leads are coming in. What's the next tool in the lineup?
Next, we've got MailingBoss. That's their email marketing powerhouse. I know. Email sounds old school, but trust me, in MLM, it's still king, especially when you can automate it.
Yeah, instead of sending out individual messages, you could have welcome emails for new recruits, packed with resources, even schedule reminders to keep people on track.
Exactly. And you can even segment your list by performance. Imagine sending a special message to your top performers, acknowledging their success.
It's like that personal touch shows you care. What's the third tool?
All right, this one's for the data lovers. The integrated CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. This is where you really get into managing your downline, the network you've built.
So break that down for me. What's it tracking? How does it help in MLM specifically?
It's pretty comprehensive. You see individual sales stats, how many recruits each member brings in. It even calculates bonuses and commissions. Plus, you get alerts if someone goes inactive. It's like total oversight of your network.
Whoa, that's a lot of data.
Yeah.
Sounds like you can see who's crushing it and who might need a little nudge.
Exactly. Use that data to your advantage. Now, tool number 4 is all about bringing your MLM community together. Builderall webinar and live streaming.
Live stuff. Gotta love it. It's so engaging. How would MLMs use this?
Think live training sessions, product demos. You can even hook it up with Shopify if you're selling stuff. And, of course, live Q&A sessions to really interact.
Building those relationships, right. Okay, what's the final tool in this MLM toolbox?
This one's the foundation websites and blogs. The blog posts suggest the classic structure About Us page for your team, a blog with content like top tips for MLM success, which brings in recruits, and a Become a Partner section. Straightforward, but effective.
Makes sense. Got to show you know your stuff. So you got the tools. But how do you launch a campaign using Builderall? Where do you start?
Well, first, they say go for the premium plan. That's the one that unlocks all the cool automation and the CRM. It's $69.90 a month, but seems worth it if you're serious.
Premium plan activated. What's next on the launch checklist?
You'd import your contacts into MailingBoss, and then you start segmenting them, based on interests, their level, all that. Allows for targeted communication, personalized stuff.
Segmentation, gotta love it. And then the fun part, building the actual campaign.
Exactly. They've got pre-designed templates, specifically for network marketing. Tweak them to your liking, connect your payment stuff like PayPal, boom, you've got your digital MLM storefront.
It all sounds pretty straightforward, especially with their drag and drop thing, but launching's just the start, right?
Oh, for sure. Step 4 is all about analyzing, optimizing. Builderall tracks your conversion rates, how many visitors are actually taking action, like signing up.
So you can see what's working, what needs a tweak, constantly improving.
Gate is your best friend.
Before we move on, the blog post teased some pro tips. A/B testing, retargeting, reward systems, drip campaigns, even WhatsApp integration. It's a lot.
They really threw it all in there, huh?
Which one piques your interest? That A/B testing sounds intriguing. Basically, you create two slightly different versions of a landing page and see which one performs better. Always improving, right?
Exactly. A fundamental principle of good marketing. And Builderall makes it easy to do. Imagine testing different headlines, images, calls to action, data-driven decisions.
I can see the appeal. All right, let's wrap this section by addressing a couple of FAQs from the blog post. Can you manage multiple MLM teams within Builderall?
Absolutely. You can create smart lists to separate your teams, assign leaders, track their performance individually, stays organized even if you're juggling multiple networks.
Impressive. And what about those brand new to MLM? Is it user-friendly enough for them to get started?
You know, that's actually one of Builderall's strong points. The interface is pretty intuitive, and the templates help a lot, even if you're not tech savvy. Plus, they've got resources and support if you get stuck.
Okay, so we've covered a ton. It sounds like Builderall has a pretty impressive toolkit for anyone looking to step up their MLM game.
It does. But remember, tools are just one piece of the puzzle. Success in MLM, or any business for that matter, comes down to your strategy, your dedication, being genuine.
Right, Builderall can provide the infrastructure, but you're the one calling the shots. So what else is crucial for MLM success? What goes beyond just the tools?
That's a great question, and one we'll delve into as we continue our deep dive. Stay with us. Welcome back. We're digging deeper into Builderall and its place in the MLM world.
You know, going through this blog post, I noticed something kind of funny.
Oh, what's that?
It's super focused on the tech, the bells and whistles, but barely touches on actual MLM strategy.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like just having the tools equals automatic success.
Right, not how it works. So what are the MLM strategies people should be focusing on no matter what platform they're using?
Okay, so first off, you need a solid product or service, something that genuinely helps people. That's the foundation.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Fancy website can't mask a bad product. What else is crucial?
Relationships, genuine ones. MLM's all about connecting, building trust, being a resource for people, not just a salesperson.
More like a mentor, someone who wants others to succeed too.
Exactly. And that leads to another key thing, leadership. As you build your downline, you got to motivate and support those people. Give them the training to thrive.
Because their success is your success.
100%. And last but not least, you need a marketing plan. This is where Builderall's tools can be helpful, but you got to have a strategy. How are you reaching your target audience, getting those leads, turning them into customers or partners?
It's bigger than just having a website or sending emails. It's the strategy behind it.
You got it. Now, our blog post didn't talk much about potential downsides of Builderall, but those exist too, right?
Of course. Every tool has its limits. What are some we should be aware of?
Well, the learning curves can be steep. Even if it's user-friendly, it's still a complex system.
So someone not super techy might struggle a bit at first.
Right. It's more than just dragging and dropping. It's understanding how it all works together to build effective campaigns. And another thing, getting too dependent on one platform can be risky.
Oh, I see. What if Builderall suddenly jacks up their prices? Or has tech issues? Good to have backups.
Precisely. And there are other MLM platforms out there too.
True, true. What are some of those, and how does Builderall compare?
Well, you've got Kartra, ClickFunnels, Kajabi. Each has its pros and cons.
So what should someone be looking at when picking a platform?
Pricing's a biggie, obviously. Some are more affordable to start. Others have more features but cost more. Ease of use matters too, especially for beginners.
And making sure it has the features your business needs, right? The email marketing, integrations with payment systems, all that.
Exactly. The right tool for the job. No one size fits all here.
So how would you suggest someone finds the best platform for their MLM?
First, get crystal clear on your needs and goals. What are you trying to achieve? What features are must-haves?
Then it's research time. Compare the platforms, look at pricing, read reviews from other MLMers.
And don't be afraid to try those free trials or demos. Get a feel for it before committing.
Makes sense. Finding one that fits you best.
Now, this blog post was really all about recruitment and sales, which are important, obviously.
For sure.
But they kind of skipped over retention, keeping those people you've brought in.
Oh, that's huge. It's one thing to get new recruits, but keeping them engaged long-term, that's the real challenge.
Exactly. So how do you foster that long-term engagement?
Building a strong community is key. Creating a sense of belonging, providing ongoing support and training, recognizing people's achievements. It all adds up.
So it's not just selling the MLM dream, it's creating a space where people feel valued and want to stick around.
Exactly. Platforms like Builderall can help with that, but the real magic happens in those human connections.
Right. Technology is a tool, but the human element is what makes it work.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And speaking of important stuff, let's not forget the legal and ethical side of MLM. Right, MLM gets a bad rep sometimes. So operating ethically and legally is super important. What should people keep in mind?
Transparency is key. Be upfront about how the compensation works, the realistic earning potential. Don't make crazy promises or hype it up too much.
Honesty builds trust, both with your downline and your customers.
Exactly. And be mindful how you recruit people. Attract those genuinely interested, no pressure tactics or misleading info.
It's about building a business that benefits everyone, not just signing up as many bodies as possible.
Rocket. And always, always stay up to date on the MLM regulations in your area. Rules can vary.
Good point. Better safe than sorry. Maybe even talk to a lawyer if you're not sure.
Definitely. Okay, let's circle back to Builderall specifically. See what else we can learn about how it meets the needs of MLM businesses.
Sounds good to me. Back to the blog post.
One thing they really emphasized was automation. All those features for streamlining MLM tasks, like those email sequences, downline management tools, even commission tracking.
That stuff can be a real time suck if you're doing it manually.
Tell me about it. Imagine all the time saved by automating those welcome emails or letting the system handle commissions.
More time to focus on building relationships, training, strategizing.
Exactly. And another thing that caught my eye was customization.
Right. Builderall lets you create websites, landing pages, marketing materials that really reflect your brand.
And that's crucial in MLM, standing out from the crowd. You got to grab attention.
I can imagine a boring, generic website wouldn't do much to inspire confidence.
Nope, not at all. A professional, visually appealing website that shows off your brand, what makes you unique, that's what you need.
Like your digital first impression.
Exactly. Builderall gives you the tools for that.
Now let's talk about training and support. Another big piece of the MLM puzzle.
For sure. The blog post mentioned Builderall's webinar and live streaming features, which can be awesome for training sessions, demos, Q&As.
Way more engaging than just pre-recorded videos or static content.
Right. You're answering questions live, addressing concerns, building that community vibe.
That interaction can make a big difference for individual team members and the whole business.
Absolutely. Creating a supportive learning environment where everyone feels empowered to succeed.
Now, the blog post was very positive about Builderall, but we gotta acknowledge that no platform is perfect.
Of course. Important to be realistic and weigh the pros and cons.
So let's get critical here. What are some potential drawbacks MLMers should know about with Builderall?
Well, cost can be a concern. The basic plan's affordable, but the fancy features, the automation and CRM, those cost more.
Yeah, something to consider, especially for someone on a tight budget.
Definitely. Make sure it fits your finances and your goals.
And we talked about the learning curve earlier. Lots of features can mean lots to learn.
Right. Got to be patient, willing to put in the time, or reach out for help if needed.
And that whole platform dependence thing. Relying on just one platform is kind of risky.
For sure. Think about what happens if Builderall raises prices or has a tech meltdown. Backups and diversification are good ideas.
Always good to have options. And Builderall might not be the perfect fit for every single MLM out there, even with all those features.
Very true. Different businesses have different needs. Make sure Builderall aligns with what you want to do.
So Builderall can be a powerful tool for MLM, but got to be strategic and make smart choices based on your situation.
Exactly. Not a magic solution, but a valuable asset when used right.
Speaking of valuable assets, let's shift gears a bit and talk about other resources and strategies that help with MLM success.
I like it. Broadening the scope.
One thing that comes to mind is personal development. MLM often attracts people who want to grow both professionally and personally.
Definitely. And that's so important for long-term success. MLM requires good communication, leadership skills, a positive mindset, all that stuff.
And those are skills you can build on.
Absolutely. Investing in personal development, whether it's books, courses, coaching, can really make a difference.
It's about becoming your best self, and that spills over into your business too.
Couldn't agree more. And while we're talking about expanding your reach, can't forget networking.
Right. MLM's all about relationships, and networking's a big part of that.
Attending events, connecting with other MLMers, building your social media presence.
Expanding your network, finding new opportunities and partnerships.
And remember, networking in MLM isn't just about promoting yourself. It's about building genuine connections, sharing knowledge, supporting each other.
More like a community vibe, right?
Exactly. And speaking of support, let's talk about mentorship.
Yes. Having a mentor who's already successful in MLM can be so valuable.
Think about it. They've been there, done that. They've learned the ropes, faced the challenges. They can offer guidance you won't find anywhere else.
Like having a roadmap for your MLM journey.
Exactly. And it's not just about their successes, it's about learning from their mistakes too, so you don't have to make the same ones.
Those real-world insights are gold. So MLM success is more than just the tools. It's personal growth, smart networking, building a community, staying ethical.
You got it. Builderall can be part of the mix, but it's just one part.
The real driver is you, your effort, your commitment.
100%. Your ability to connect with people authentically.
So as we head into the final stretch of this deep dive, let's keep that in mind as we uncover the last bits of wisdom from our blog post.
Looking forward to it. What else can we learn?
All right, final stretch. We're wrapping up our deep dive into Builderall for MLM.
It's been quite the journey, hasn't it? Not just the platform itself, but the whole MLM landscape.
For sure. We talk funnels, automation, personal growth, ethics, a lot to unpack.
We did. So let's bring it all together. What are the big takeaways, the things we should really remember from all this?
Time for the big picture stuff. What stands out to you?
Well, one theme that kept coming up is how technology can really streamline all those essential MLM tasks.
Yeah. Builderall, with its all-in-one approach, seems to have a lot to offer in that department.
Totally. Contacts, automation, your online presence, it's all there. Like having a virtual assistant just for your MLM.
I like that analogy. And that can free up so much time and energy for MLMers.
Exactly. Automation not only saves time, but also reduces errors,
Yeah.
keeps things consistent. And that means you can focus on the human stuff, like building relationships, mentoring your team, all that.
Working smarter, not harder, right? Another thing we kept coming back to was personalization.
Oh, that's huge nowadays.
Yeah.
With so much noise online, you got to stand out. Builderall lets you customize everything to really connect with your specific audience.
No more cookie cutter stuff. Got to speak directly to those potential recruits and customers.
Right. It builds trust, shows you're legit, makes that connection stronger.
Speaking of connection, got to mention community. That seems crucial in MLM. It's not just a business, it's about belonging and shared goals.
You nailed it. Strong relationships and community are the backbone of MLM. And Builderall does have features that can help with that.
Yeah, those webinars and live streams can be great for bringing people together in real time.
Creating that sense of camaraderie, a space where everyone feels supported and motivated to reach their goals together.
Using tech to boost those human connections, not replace them.
Exactly. But while we've talked a lot about the good stuff with Builderall, we can't ignore the potential downsides. Got to be realistic.
True, every tool has its limitations. What should MLMers be cautious of?
Well, cost is a big one. The basic plan's pretty affordable, but if you want the really powerful features, the price jumps up.
Especially important for people just starting out, might not have a ton of cash to throw around.
Exactly. Make sure it fits your budget and what you're trying to achieve.
And we talked about the learning curve. Lots of features can be overwhelming.
Right. Might take some time to figure it all out, especially if tech isn't your strong suit.
Patience and maybe a willingness to ask for help. And we can't forget about platform dependence. Putting all your eggs in one basket is risky.
For sure. What if Builderall changes things up or their system goes down? Good to have backups, other options.
Always good to be prepared. And even with all those features, Builderall might not be the perfect fit for every MLM business.
So true. Different businesses, different needs. Got to make sure it aligns with what you're doing.
Builderall has a lot of potential for MLM, but you got to be smart about it. Make decisions based on your situation.
Absolutely. It's a tool, not a miracle worker. You have to use it strategically.
And speaking of important tools, let's bring it back to the most important one, you.
Can't forget about that. At the end of the day, your success in MLM comes down to you, your effort, your skills, your mindset.
No platform can replace your drive, your passion, your ability to connect with people genuinely.
It's about building real relationships, offering something valuable, making a positive impact.
Remembering that MLM is about people at its heart.
Well said. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Embrace technology, but don't underestimate the power of human connection.
It's the combo of both that makes MLM truly successful and fulfilling.
And remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Enjoy the ride, learn from everything, and keep growing.
Awesome advice. And that's a wrap for our Builderall for MLM Deep Dive.
Hope you found it helpful and inspiring.
If you're curious about Builderall, do your research, weigh the pros and cons, and see if it's right for you.
And never forget, the most valuable tool you have is yourself.
Invest in yourself, build your skills, nurture your network, and keep chasing those dreams.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, keep pushing forward.
Catch you on our next adventure.